Welcome to Balanced Body and Beyond. My name is Elise, and today we are going to do a full body yoga practice that will hopefully energize you, refresh you, renew you, whatever you need today. Hopefully this yoga practice will give it to you. So I'm competing with George and Oliver right now. I rolled out another yoga mat because everybody wants my yoga mat. And this is what they do. Should we just hold off on our yoga practice and just watch George and Oliver? George, you can stay there. I'll share my mat with you. All righty. Without further ado, let's roll out our mats. And we're going to begin in child's pose. So as you settle into your child's pose, you are going to bring your big toes together. Is that okay with you, George? And inch your arms forward. We're going to push our hips back into the bottoms of our feet. And here we're going to relax. Take some big breaths in and out through your nostrils. Feel your lungs expand. Spread your fingers wide. And rather than fighting the pose, just do your very best to relax. Embrace the nice sensation of stretching down your spine, opening up through your shoulders, unwinding and untangling your minds as much as relaxing through our bodies. From here, let's glide our body weight forward. Draw your belly in, and you're going to come into a little bit of a kneeling plank. I like to tuck my toes under here and create big circles with your hips. As you create this circle, you're going to feel your shoulders gliding in front of your wrists, behind your wrists. Draw your bellies in, support your core, and then we'll change directions. Big circle. And with your toes tucked under, you might get a nice stretch in the bottom of your foot. But if that doesn't work for you, or it's just better on your knees, sometimes it's better on your knees to point your feet. Good. We'll take one more circle. And then pause. Coming into tabletop, we're going to shift our weight a little bit so we can pick up our leg. And from here, we're going to take a big circle. But now this is a core activating drill because you're balancing on 3 points. So our cores begin to warm up. We're getting some mobility from the ball and socket joint of the hip. Try changing directions. Big, big, big circle, right? Imagine there's something beside you and you're lifting your leg up and over. Both knees down. And let's try that on the other side. Big circles. Feel very square through your shoulders, like you're not leaning to one side. And change directions of that circle. Spread your fingers wide. Press your body weight into the entire palm, the entire surface of your hand. As you finish this next circle, we'll bring both knees down. Send your knees about hip-width distance apart. You're going to rock back and then rock forward. We're going to start with this rock front to back. And then from here, we are going to add in a little modified push-up. So as you rock forward, you're going to lower your chest down. Now, as you push up off the floor, shoulders and hips lifts together, and then push all the way back into your child's pose. So gliding your body weight forward, slowly lowering down, push the floor away from you, and then press back. So we're starting to now build strength through the upper body. Pull your chin in. Keep your head in alignment with your spine. And now we return to our tabletop position. So knees under hips, hands under shoulders. You're going to make a fist. Put your thumb in your palm and then wrap your fingers around. You're going to take a big circle here. Now the goal would be to keep your hips still and not lean. Big arm circles. Just like we did with our hips. Change directions. Both hands come to the mat and then switch hands. Again, put your thumb in your palm, wrap your fingers around and circle. And just like we did when we were circling through the ball and socket joint of the hip, we keep the rest of the body still. We try not to lean, change directions, and we continue to breathe. Now, if this bothered you to do arm circles in this position, you could always kneel in a tall position, or you could stand, or you could be in a seated position. Let's take both hands down, and now we will come into our tall kneeling position. You're going to take your hand, and I'm just going to face you. You don't have to turn, and you're going to wrap your hand around your wrist, lifting up and then coming over for a deep side stretch. Tuck your chin in, look under your arm. Center, and then switch. Wrap your hand around your wrist, lift up, and lean to the side. Again, if you need to stand or sit, you could change up your body position and still get the same stretch and movement. Hold here, arms reach up, and then they're going to come back behind you, and you're going to take your fingertips behind you. Palms together, and then hands go back. Yep, I'll turn so you can see what my hands are doing. Palms together, and then fingertips touch back behind you. Some of you might have more range of motion where you can get your fingertips to point up towards your head. Some of you might have your hands lower, and you might just come to your hips. But making these half circles, working through your shoulders. We'll try one more. Awesome. Hands are going to come down, and you're going to extend your leg out to the side. We'll bring our palms to the floor, and first we're going to just rock a little bit here, shifting your weight front to back. And then you're going to hold still. You're going to rotate your foot so your toes point up, and then press the sole of that foot flat. So toes up, and then push down. Good. I rolled out a mat for George, and he's not even here. Get up and down. You feel that stretch maybe through your inner thigh, but it's a really great stretch for your ankle. All right. Take both knees down, and then we'll switch. First, we'll just do a little rocking here, front to back. Big breaths in and out through your nostrils. All right, and then hold here. You're going to rotate your toe up and then press the sole of your foot flat. Toe up and then flat. Awesome. I don't usually do this stretch, but I like it. And something a little different. Right? Different is good. Different challenges us, engages our brain a little differently, keeps us off the hamster wheel. All right, foot flat, And then take your knees to the mat. Inhale, bring your arms overhead. And we are going to set up for our plank. So shifting weight, straightening out your legs. Good. And then from here, we're going to bend our knees, push our hips back and front. Now, if this doesn't work, just drop to your knees. A little more core warm up. Slow and steady. Putting in all our elements today of strength, stretching, our yoga poses. One more. Pause, shoulders over wrists, and from here, downward dog. Hips come up. And once you're in your downward dog, we're going to do alternating heel presses. Movement's a good thing. Continue with your long, deep breaths. Hold your feet still. Just press your heels down. Lift your hips higher. Shift your weight farther back. And let's slowly walk our feet forward. Holding in our forward fold. We've been on our palms quite a bit, so you don't have to push your hands hard into the mat. You could even rotate your hands so your palms are up. Maybe point your fingertips back. Just experiment with that. Little stretch through your wrist. Your hands might not touch the mat, and if that doesn't happen, it's okay. Now let your head just hang. Just let your whole body go limp. Excellent. Let's roll up slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Arms come up. Palms together, and then sweep your arms in a circle as we sit our hips back and down for chair pose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, chair. Good. Inhale, up and hold. You're going to reach forward and fold. Once we're in this forward fold, we're going to take a twist. Bring your left arm up, and as you do that, bend your right knee. Take your gaze to your top hand. Stay here, stretching your left hand to the ceiling and rooting your right hand down to the mat. Switch. Reach your right hand up. Spread your fingers wide. Open up your hand. Feel your hand right over your shoulder. And your left knee is bent a little bit. Yeah, just like that. Both hands down. Inhale, half lift. And in this halfway up pose, you're going to pin your shoulders back and pretend you're a giraffe. Make your neck really long while pulling your chin in. It's really great posture, strengthening the backside of your body. As you fold down, we're going to step our left leg behind us and we're going to come into a lunge. And just stay here in your lunge. We're going to take little taps, knee to mat, and then up. If you want to put a block under your hand, you may, a block under each hand, making the floor higher. We're going to leave our back knee down, and then we're going to inch our hips back and take a hamstring stretch. You can sit back as far as you like, wherever you feel that hamstring stretch. You can drop your chin in, see how that feels, or lengthen your neck. Walk your hands back in front. Pick up your back knee. We're going to take pyramid pose. So you're just going to straighten your front leg. Drop your forehead to your knee. Now, if you're not really feeling that stretch, you could creep your back foot in a little closer, but it should be a very similar sensation as the stretch we just did previously, the hamstring stretch. Because here again, you're stretching the back side of this front leg. Bring your back knee to the mat. Inhale, lift up. We're going to take our fingers to our temples, and you're going to twist. Once you're in this twist, you're going to carefully lower your front elbow down, maybe to the middle of your shin, maybe to your knee, maybe lower. Come up, and then you're going to look back behind you. Then look forward. So twist, hinge from your hip, untwist, look forward, and then look back behind you. You got it. We're going to try 2 more. So we certainly are going to have to focus on balance and stability. One more, twisting, hinging, untwisting, and then looking back. Excellent. Reset, big stretch up, hands come down, back knee picks up, send both feet back. Holding our plank, we are going to do a little march in this plank, working on developing strength. Yep. If this is too much, you can work from your knees, or you can just hold your plank. And your leg doesn't have to go exceptionally high. My foot's coming off on a diagonal a little bit, but you could also lift it straight up. That actually is a little bit more difficult. Hold still, lower your chest down. We're going to peel our chest up for cobra. Holding here, take your arms out. We're going to take circles and lift our chest. Now, while we're doing these arm circles, your chest is lifting and lowering. Change directions. Warming up through those postural muscles. Bring your hands down in front of you. Stack one hand on top of the other. Now let your forehead rest on your knuckles. Bend your knees. Bring your heels together. And we're going to lift our legs. Another option would lift one leg at a time. But if you can lift both legs at the same time, that's what we're going to do. Your toes are flared out, and you're bending your knees as much as possible. Now, it might not feel like you're bending your knees very much, or it may feel like you're bending your knees a lot, but most likely what it feels like is not exactly what it is. Few more. Lots of strengthening through your glutes. And then pause. Straighten your leg. Take your palms back to the mat. Push up into a high plank. Exhale, downward dog. Good. So your feet are about hip width distance apart. You have a tiny bend to your knee, and you're looking between your feet. Inch your feet forward. We're going to stay low on the mat, and you're going to drop right into chair pose, dropping the hips, extending the arms, staying low as you can. Take your forward fold, hold here, and then we're going to do that chair pose again. Just feel that shift. Hips sit down, arms reach up, tailbone tucks under, shoulders draw down. Did you get all that? It's a lot. Forward fold. You're going to lift halfway up, and then we're going to step back with our right leg, coming into our low lunge. Right? We practiced that. Fingertips on mat, so we're carrying our body weight through our legs. And we'll do a small, gentle tap. How's that feel? Feel that extra stretch in your quadricep through your hip flexor? Looks good. Hopefully it feels as good. Hold still. Good. And now let the back knee come down. We're going to take our first hamstring stretch simply by leaning back. Hold here. And you want to feel that back side of this front leg stretching. Yeah, pull your toes up towards your nose. Okay, walk your hands forward and then straighten the front leg. And we're coming into our pyramid pose. You might have to inch your back foot a little closer in. Same sensation of stretch. Let your head hang. Big breaths. Yeah, even here, I love this stretch because with my head hanging, I feel like a lot of tension and stress is released from my neck, opening up space in my cervical vertebrae. Bring your back knee to the mat. Arms come up. Fingertips to temples. And then twist. Fold. Elbow to the inside of the leg. Unfold. Then we're going to twist all the way around to the other way and look over your right shoulder. Excellent. And you'll just continue with this motion at your own pace, right? As we move through our practice, if you're moving a little faster or slower than me, that's fine. Sometimes I get caught up maybe holding a pose a little longer because it feels good and I don't want to come out of it and I don't even notice that I'm doing it. Right? Try to give your tailbone a little tuck under, squeeze your butt cheeks to help you balance. We'll finish out with this last one here. Fantastic job. Arms reach up, big stretch. And then our hands come down to the mat, taking both legs back behind us. I'm going to have you start on your knees here, and we're going to extend. We'll start with our left leg out. And we're going to bring the left knee towards the left elbow and then drive back. Now, if you're good here, you could advance onto the ball of your foot. So we're opening up our hips here. This will be a great warm-up for our Warrior Two pose. Any time you want to release and bring your back knee or your bottom knee, non-moving knee to the mat, you can. Let's send both feet back or both knees down, and we'll switch. Knee to the outside of your elbow. Do you hear yourself breathing? Right, this is work, so that should increase your respiration rate. Make you breathe a little harder. All good stuff. Feel yourself getting stronger. One more. Hold your plank. Chest lowers down. Remember, you can always go to your knees. Chest peels up. Awesome. We're going to do some more back extension exercises, and we're going to salute. So you're going to bring your fingers to your temples. You're going to open your arms and then lower your chest. Right? And as we do this salute, you're going to keep tension between your shoulder blades. Push your toenails down into the mat. Right. So many of us sit down more hours than we probably should. We lean forward looking at our screens, and it promotes weaker backs, right? It promotes that hunched over body position, and we're going to counter that with these back extension exercises. So important. Most folks don't like them because they are hard. I get it. We'll do one more. And I didn't let you off the hook. We did a lot of those. Palms return to mat, elbows squeeze into the side of the body, push up. Yeah, downward dog. Ooh, I got a noisy mat here. Squeaky, squeaky. In this downward dog, go ahead and lift both heels up and then press your heels down. Both heels up and then press your heels down. Watch your knees, don't buckle in. Kind of actively press the knees outward. See how that feels. Those little adjustments actually are big adjustments in the body. Press your heels down, and then we'll walk our feet forward. Inhale, half lift, make that giraffe neck. Exhale, fold, and we're going to go into our chair pose right from here. Hips shift down, arms lift up. We're going to try a little balance work and strengthening. You're going to take your left heel and place it in front of you and push it down into the mat, and then sit as low as you can. Ooh, that is something. Both feet flat. Try it on the other side. Press your heel into the mat. Extend the arms. Reach out with your fingertips. Generating a lot of heat. Both feet down. Inhale, lift. Ah ha ha ha. Exhale, reach forward and fold. Inhale, half lift. As you fold, you're going to send your left leg back to return to yet another lunge. We've practiced this. Take your arms overhead. You're in your crescent lunge. You're going to rise up. Here's where we plug in balance and strength. Come down to your crescent lunge and then lift. Now try this. Come down to your crescent lunge. You're going to drop your left hand down to your foot, twist, hold your twist, and then you're going to come right back up and stand. So come down, bring your hand to the inside of your front foot. You can always put your back knee down, stack the arms, reset, and stand. 2 more. That is not an easy drill, I know that. But we're just going to practice. We're going to try, and we'll make the changes of modifications and adjustments as we need to. Rise up, and now we take warrior 2. Pivot your back foot. Warrior 2. Shoulders down. You're going to take your back hand and bring it forward, interlocking your fingers, and we're going to make a big circle. And as you circle, you'll just bend that back knee a little bit. Come back to warrior 2 legs. Yep, your hips stay open. Yeah, this just feels good. A little bit of massaging, gliding through the joints. Hips stay open. We'll do one more. Reset warrior 2 arms. Stabilize the knee over your ankle. Strong warriors. Keeping load in that front leg. We're going to take extended side angle, forearm to thigh. And see if when you stretch this top arm, you get your bicep right over your ear and pull the top shoulder back, just like that. Sometimes I'll get a crack down my spine when I do this, which I love. It's a good feeling crack, not a bad feeling. Reset warrior two. That is a whole lot of work for your front thigh. I did not mention, if you're staring at my eye, I had a basal cell cancer on my eyelid, and last week I had the Mohs procedure. I don't know if you've ever had that done. Straighten your arm or straighten your leg. Point your toes to the side of the mat, and we're going to side hinge. So you're going to take your hand to the inside of your front foot. I'll continue my story in a moment. And then switch. So anyway, I had such a big portion of my eyelid removed. Hope that doesn't bother you. And then I did go to a plastic surgeon and have them repair it. That was done Friday. Today's Monday. They did a really good job. But if you see this black thing, it's a suture. It'll come out the end of this week. It is not my first rodeo with basal cell. I've had it in 4 other places. I've had melanoma. Like, we all have our demons of health problems. Mine is my skin. Hold. All right, we're going to reset this front foot to point to the mat. Arms out, reach, and side hinge down. But thankful for dermatologists and biopsies. Big stretch. Triangle pose. Love it. And positive attitudes, right? Always, always. All right, let's come to our low lunge. We're killing it here. Both feet back. High plank. All right, from this high plank, we're just going to walk our feet forward once again between our hands. We're going to go through that whole sequence on the other side. So give me a little half lift. And then as we fold, we'll send our other leg behind us. That should be your right leg. And you're returning to your lunge. Oh, is this side ready? Bring your arms up for your crescent lunge. And then we stand. So get yourself sorted out. If you need to change the placement of your back foot at all, go ahead and do it. Because then we come down, we drop our right hand down, taking our twist. Look to your top hand, stretch your arms out, dynamic tension. Bottom hand reaches down, top hand reaches up, and then arms up. You can put your back knee down if you need to. Right? So you could drop your back knee here like this, and then rotate, look to the top hand. As you unrotate, lift up. Shoulders retract down, right? When things get difficult and stressful, we tend to pull those shoulders up to our ears. So an awareness that is what we are not to do. How are you coming along? Anytime you want to leave a comment, feel free to shoot me a comment. Let me know what you like in a practice, what you might want to see more of or less of. Holding here, we're going to set up warrior two, pivot your back foot. I get the noisy mat award today. Good. So you're in warrior two, arms stretched out, belly drawn in. Lift your rib cage up away from your hips. Stabilize this knee over your ankle. Now you know we interlock the hands and we scoop down. Just straighten your front leg a little bit. You don't lock it. Big circles. Yeah. I guess George is laying in the other room, being a good dog. Big circles. That is just me thinking out loud, because we all do it, right? Are you in for one more circle? Why not? And then we reset our warrior two, working hard, extended side angle. Now I am not going to look back behind. I'm going to keep my chest lifted, broadening, expanding through my chest. Ooh, there was that little crack down my spine. Love that. Right, that's just my spine opening up and lengthening. Warrior two. And this time we're going to do a plie squat. So rather than your toes pointing to the side of the mat, your toes are actually pointing off to the outside. And you're going to drop into this plie squat with your knees opening, so your knees are over your ankle. You're going to take that salute position, fingertips at temples, and we are going to drop the elbow down to the thigh, come back up, and then go to the other side, just like that. So a little side crunch. So this is a very similar exercise. We were holding a plank earlier and bringing the knee to the elbow, that oblique work, side crunch, rib cage to hips. Your thighs feel like they're going to ignite yet? Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. Can you do one more on each side? Right, we're here to work, to stretch, to strengthen. We're getting it all done. All right, arms out wide, straighten your legs. Now you're going to redirect your toes. Your back foot, toes point to the side of the mat. Your front foot points to the top of the mat, and this is where we move into triangle. So give me a big reach and side hinge down. Look to your top hand. Feel your breath. And come on down. Take both feet back. You can work from your toes or from your knees. Chest lowers down. Lift up for cobra. Upward dog. And downward dog. Ooh la la. We're going to walk our hands back to our feet. Holding this forward fold. Roll up slowly. We're going to do a little balance work before we finish our practice. So stand wherever you want. If you need a wall to lean on or hold on to, you can. We are going to begin in a tree pose, a very popular yoga pose. I always offer out, you can put your toe on the ground, put your foot below or above your knee. Good. I'm going to keep practicing. Not going to give up on the first time, nor should you. Good. Still not giving up. You keep going. Third time's the charm. And some people might edit that out, but you're going to get it because, you know, we all have to keep trying and not give up. Can you try arms up here? Maybe palms together. Lots of different things you can do with your arms. All right, we'll step out of it. Let's see how we manage on the other side. Again, toe on the floor, above or below. I'm going above again. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. All right, I'm really going to focus here. There we go. So I'm really tightening through my core to help create more stability. Take my arms up. Right, so balance is mental focus for sure. Strength for sure. Strong feet and ankles for sure. So many different things come into play. You're just going to see me suffer right through this. How'd you make out? Shake, shake, shake. I didn't really suffer. All right, from here, we're going to move then into a figure 4. So cross your ankle over your thigh and shift your hips back. We did lots of chair poses, so we're used to sitting back. You can bind your hands behind you. I like that one. Good, keeping the chest up. And this is a great stretch. That's why I like to incorporate figure 4s in with balance, because we get the hip opening and the strength and the balance work. Try it on the other side. Shake, shake, shake. Ankle crosses over. You can extend your arms first to incorporate your balance, and then extend your arms back behind you. Awesome. Shake, shake, shake. All right, let's come on down to the floor. We're going to take our figure 4 stretch. Good, chest up, and we're going to do a little lateral bend side to side. Just staying moving, keeping our heart rates up. And in this figure 4, I want you to push both knees down. Yep. Both arms up, inhale. Now you're gonna slide your right hand behind you if your right leg's in front, and we're gonna pick our hips up, look to the ceiling, and then you can bring your hand all the way down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. I'm gonna give you one challenge. Can you bring your arms here and lift up? If not, don't worry about it. You can do what I was just demonstrating. But if you can, lift your hips. Lift your hips. Good. One more of whatever you're doing. Okay. Let's swing around the other side. Lots of distance between your front heel and your back knee. We'll go side to side. Awesome job today. It was a really nice practice. A lot of variety of movement, strength work, flexibility work, range of motion, great postures. Good. Arms up. Good. Now you'll slide your left hand back if your left leg is in front. Lift up and then lower down. Works the tricep a bit as you push off that arm. Not going to be picky how you place that base hand. Look to the ceiling, look to the ceiling. You know what's coming. If you'd like, cross your arms or stay where you're at. Lift up and come down. Now, if you look, I'm going to scooch back. I just pulled my heel in closer because I felt like that was going to help me more. And I guess that's okay, right? If you can keep it pushed out, that would probably make it a little more difficult. But this is what my body wants to do. Clearly, this hip is not as strong as the other hip. I'm not going to deny that, but I'm going to work both hips with the same amount of attention and effort. 2 more. Are you in? Yeah. All right, let's stretch those legs out. Flex your feet, toes up, and let's just do a little stretch here. You drop your head down, tuck your chin in. Ooh, we've come a long way. Are your toes still pointing up? Are your legs straight? If you need to bend your knees a little bit, that's fine. Walk your hands in, and let's do a forward fold over one leg. Again, you can add your own variations, whether you're reaching for your foot, you're twisting, you're lengthening your spine, you're rounding your spine. Let's go to the other side. Find your stretch. Be creative. Okay. Let's cross our legs. Ooh, we've come a long way. Inhale, lift. We're going to twist side to side. Just a little look over each shoulder. Yep, I'm using my hands as a little leverage as I pull side to side. And look forward. A few circles of the head. Just let go of any residual tensions, worries, or stressors. Hopefully you feel a little lighter. I know I do. Change directions. Definitely what my body needed this afternoon. And hopefully that's what your body needed. Little self-care goes a long way. Okay, tuck your chin in, look straight down. Look forward. Inhale. Big smile on your face. Huge accomplishment. Palms join together. Restored, refreshed, renewed, and ready to continue on. Namaste, my friends. Remember, hit like, hit subscribe. Have a fantastic day, and I'll look for you next time. Thank you.